Welcome, everyone. My name is Vinny Rodriguez. So, although you might not yet know why you're here, I just want to congratulate you, first of all, for getting on this call. So, here's what we're going to go and talk about on this call, and it's all surrounding, you guessed it, money. Yeah, see, this is something that 98% of the population just doesn't understand how it works. 98% of the people are living paycheck to paycheck, and it's stressful. So I'm going to address all of that here on this call. All of these problems I'm going to address it on this call, right? But before we start, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. That way we can start to learn a little bit more about each other, right? So every day I go to work on Wall Street. I wear a $4,000 suit. And even though my associates and I, we're making about some of us $400,000 a year, some of us $400,000 a month, we all still got to show up every day for a check. Now, that's a pretty heavy suit. All right, guys. I technically we call that the golden cuffs around here on Wall Street, if you know what I mean. But then I met this really cool guy who is similar age as me, similar background, but he always wore sweatpants. He basically just wore whatever he wanted. He was able to do whatever he wanted, and still was able to retire both of his parents, doing whatever he wanted. And to me, that was the first time that I really sort of understood what an elite lifestyle meant. It meant freedom. It meant freedom, guys. And so basically, I just kind of said to myself, I was like, whatever that guy's doing, I'm gonna do. Like literally whatever he's doing, that's what I'm gonna do. So I asked him, I was like, Kane, Kane, tell me, how is it that you get to live this life as an elite? And he basically, what he did was he introduced me to some people who basically made all of this happen. Turns out that a lot of these actually, they were living already, they were working on Wall Street in the past. So for example, here, as you can see, Mario Romano, you can see he is a venture capitalist. And if you don't know anything what a venture capitalist is, definitely look it up. Annette, she has a Series 6 license with a background in IT. Chad and Ryan, they actually own a company called Teach Me to Trade. And this company, they sold it to Robert Kiyosaki for $350 million. So they all came together with Annette and Mario and then decided to use the funds to create a company that would bring Wall Street to Main Street. That would be basically go on to change thousands of individuals' financial lives. Yes, guys. Now, like most companies kind of starting out, they face many challenges and nevertheless surpassed them all by a long shot. They went on to become a publicly traded company, and so this company, which is you see here, named as InvestView. Now, Kuvera, which is what we're going to talk about today, is a wholly owned subsidiary of InvestView with distribution channels. I'd say somewhere around 75 countries. I'd say somewhere around 200,000 active members are in their user base today. So you can look up their ticker. It's INVU on the stock market right now. Now, at all times, this company right now, this corporation, they're under constant scrutiny. They're being consistently monitored by the SEC, just like every other company who's in the stock market. And they publish quarterly and annually reports, essentially in compliance with regulation. So given all of that, due to their remarkable service, they have basically been able to all of these years sustain an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau throughout all these years. So now that you've seen the tremendous credibility, I want you to understand the reason behind why thousands of people right now are basically using these services. And it's tied to a common problem that they share with you and I. You know what that is? This is basically the meat and potatoes here, guys. Well, no matter where you are in life, there's so many problems. So many problems, guys, that we're facing right now. Economy, world spread disease, natural disasters. I mean, not even to mention the personal problems that we're all facing in our own lives. Although you and I both agree that that most modern, like if we look around, most of the modern problems that are affecting us right now are surrounding what? Money. And most of this around money. In fact, I found that working on Wall Street, that most people, even the ones with making decent money, what we would say decent money, that they're financially sick. Financially sick, guys, because most of the people, they don't really just truly don't understand how money works, whether they're working a 9 to 5 or even if they're operating a full-time, full-fledged business. Most of them have figured out, they haven't really figured out how to make that leap from where they're at towards true wealth. And only really the small percentage of the elite have. Like, I mean, look at, I mean, look at me. I mean, I wear $4,000 suits, and I still got to go to work and answer to somebody on Monday through Friday. For the longest time, even before I made the discovery, I've been a slave to money. I confess, I've been a slave to money. And you know what? 98% of the population is too. Debt slaves. So let me ask you, where do you fit? Where do you fit in this whole equation? Are you part of the 98%, part of the sheep, part of those who are enslaved to money, or are you elite? See, if you feel like you can't confidently answer that you're an elite right now, then you're gonna want to hear what I'm about to tell you. You're gonna need to tune in, make sure to write something down because I'm about to share some powerful information with you. So now that you know, it's time to make that leap. All right, guys. So for these problems, of course, we do have a solution. Kuvera has equipped you with a three-pronged system. Okay, and this system is basically thanks to the advent of technology. And Kuvera gets you access to these solutions directly to this thing right here, to your smartphone. And this thing right here, or a mobile device, any type of device essentially, with as much as just a simple internet connection with Wi-Fi, Kuvera is going to equip you with financial education to create healthy financial habits and worldwide discounted travel, which we'll get into in just a moment. Simply put, this solution has helped me make more money, travel more, and experience more in life, just as I had seen Kane experience it. So in the next slides, you're going to see my 3-step system for how it can do it for you too. See, step one is pretty simple. It's about educating the masses. So I don't care where, right now, where you come from, whether you're making $15 an hour or you're making $1 million a year, you know that in order for you to level up your income, you need to learn something. You need to learn how to. And, 9 times out of 10, it's been proven to be a lot more cost effective. And it's been proven various times that most of the time, if you're partnered with a mentor or some sort of expert, you're going to save incredible amount of time rather than just going through simple trial and error like most people tend to, guys. I mean, that's just simple science. So let me ask you this. Who here wants to make money? If you want to make money, let me see some comments. Let me see you drop a 1 or drop a comment in the chat here. Okay, guys. Now, in Kuvera, you get 3 ways to become more financially fit. If you answered that that was you and you want to make more money, well, here are the 3 ways. Number 1, Kuvera University gives you access to education and training for each of the financial markets to help you grow more of your money now and over the long term. See, it features dozens of pre-recorded 10-minute courses that are organized from beginner to advanced, and I'll show you right here. You can see basically from beginner to advanced, there are a significant amount of videos that we have here where you can just literally tune in and you can watch a video that's basically going to describe to you in detail the steps about the market and the education there. So, you can literally plug in at any level that you're investing, right? Whether you're investing at a, absolutely nothing, or a lot about the markets, is totally up to you. You see, you may not be excited about, uh, like, here's an example. So they'll go over and they'll give you the education, they'll give you the information, and in typically about 10 minutes, right? So it's not even that much a time invested. Is very compressed, and you'll have access to it from your phone, from your internet. You get your own portal, it's your own education. Use it as you see fit. See, now you might not get excited about, actually most of you are probably not going to get excited about, some sort of course again, probably because you didn't use it last time. And I hate to be the one to bring it up, but maybe you didn't use your last training program. But let me ask you this: just because you didn't use your last training program, does that mean that you won't use it this time? I mean, think about it. Look, after logging in every single day to watch those videos that I just showed you, I realized that I was now able to talk to some of these investment bankers, these sophisticated bankers, in a more educated level. And not only that, I was able to even educate some of my family, my friends. I was able to educate them because I knew a thing or two about these markets. So, and because I had this skill set. Yes, I said it, guys. Skill set, right? A skill. Basically, through the university, you're building a skill set. That means that, let's say tomorrow you lose your job. Let's say your business goes totally bankrupt, right? You have a skill set that nobody can take from you. That means that you have the ability to go in the markets at any given time with the potential to profit. But I'm going to take it even a step further than that. What if your kids learn this skill? I mean, like think about that. What if your kids can go into the markets and they can profit, and with their own profits they can buy their books, they can buy their school lunch, maybe even their tuition. It's possible. In fact, I have friends who have done this, and this is a skill set that they will have forever. We're talking generations here. That is the power of what we have here. Now, showing you the second prong here is Money Pro. Money Pro is vital because it helps you basically strategize ways to reduce debt, decrease unnecessary spending, improve financial habits, which are topics that are often overlooked. So it's great to make money, but really, how much of it are you keeping? I mean, I've seen, on a daily basis. I look at businesses, financial statements, $1 million companies, and these owners, they're reporting overdrafts in their accounts, overdrafts in their business, in their multi-million-dollar business. That says that they don't really have anything to show for at the end of the day. And everybody has some sort of financial issues. I myself had issues with my credit until I was able to, I watched some of the videos on Money Pro that are facilitated by America's Money mentor, Ross Jardine. Definitely look him up. He has all of the credentials, and he helped me increase my credit. In fact, up to 50 points. I've also reduced my credit card debt, and he even showed me how to save $173 on my auto insurance. Now, I sound kind of like a commercial at this point, but I was just amazed with the fact that that was even possible, that I had access to that. So let's just say you want to get a little bit more hands-on. Switch your gears here, right? You want to get a little bit more hands-on learning about the markets. Well, if you don't, bear with me, all right? Well, there's more in store. But wait, if you do, well, there's Kuvera TV. You see, and now you can jump on live trading sessions with and market education sessions delivered by our market experts, one of which who has been documented to have successfully traded a portfolio of over $20 million in his experience. He makes a living on this. I mean, we've hired these award-winning professional traders in-house within the company to give you the insight and to make sure that you get answers to all of your questions. So which markets are we in? Right now, in the forex, crypto, and stock market. These are what you're basically going to learn about. Forex market is it consists of about 6.6 trillion dollars that are transacted per day. It's operating 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. All of the world's countries, the national banks, transnational banks are interacting in this market. Guess what? What do you think happens when you deposit money in your bank? Well, those banks, they take that money and they risk it in the markets. So if they're able to do that and leverage that, then why not you? Now, cryptocurrency market, some of you probably heard of Bitcoin, for example. Well, they're digital currencies. They're typically difficult to counterfeit. They're not issued by a central authority like a bank, and they're less susceptible to interference or manipulation, which is why so many companies and institutions right now want to utilize the technology because of those characteristics it has. And I'll throw a bonus in there. Cryptocurrency is also fast. I mean, literally, you can send money right now from Bangladesh over to Miami in a flash of a second. And that's why it's so popular nowadays. Now, of course, also another market, a lot of people are familiar with, most are familiar with the stock market. So essentially, now that you have the education, you have so much education. Step two in my system is to fuel you with the day-to-day tools that will accelerate your growth. And here's how. All right, see, alerts one, alerts one is centered all around you. Okay, it's amazing. I mean, it's been truly powerful for not only for me, but for like thousands and thousands of people around the world. It's really been the number one contributor to my wealth, to my portfolio and growth, to my investment. It's really similar to, like, if I would have put alerts one in a more general terms, similar to taking a test, right? You're filling out a test, right? Putting all the answers in, and your professor is texting you all the answers. That is literally how it works. So alerts one, in more detail, is a copy and paste system, and basically, in order for it to work, you need to download two apps, and I'm gonna give that to you right now, free, absolutely free, because you've been on this call, you've been paying attention, you've been taking notes, right? So right now you can start getting involved in the markets with these two free apps. Okay, number one is Telegram. We've partnered with Telegram, right, which is a billion-dollar cloud-based messaging app similar to WhatsApp, if any of you ever heard of it. So only as a Kuvera member will you get access to all of the proprietary channels, which you can see over here, which and right there on the left. So the thing is, right, either thereafter, like once you actually receive it, you're going to receive push notifications sent directly from Telegram with different trade ideas and proper entry points. They're going to basically describe to you, essentially, it, like right here, as you can see in the middle image, where to buy, where to sell, where to set your risk, where to set your basically your closing profit mark, so that you don't have to do all the research, all the analysis on your own. It's all right there. They gave it to you and they sent it to you in a text message. How amazing is that? Lastly, I need you to download the second app, which is MetaTrader 4, and you can start trading right now just on a demo, just on your own, by downloading this app, which is amazing. But that way you get to feel it. So in fact, do that right now while we're here on this call. So see, MetaTrader 4, this is linked to your live trading account, or you could trade with a practice or a demo account until you feel you're ready. Either way, you can simply copy these three numbers here from your app. You're going to send it right over here that they message to you, and you put it in your MetaTrader 4 app. So it is simply a copy, paste, and profit. That's it. Copy, paste, profit. See, so it should take you all but about 60 seconds to put that in. If you're wondering, oh man, I don't know how long it's going to take me, it should take you about 60 seconds. 60 seconds. You have 60 seconds all throughout your day, basically, just to enter trade. No brain power, no hassle. Just use the information at your own discretion from the experts. And these guys, who, by the way, have over 20 years of a career in making a living strictly as a professional trader. I mean, wouldn't you want that wouldn't you want that elite information? I mean, look, I'll show you right here. Right now, the markets are open, and I'm logging on to my trade MetaTrader 4. You can click your screen, look for my name so that you can see right now I am currently in profit $30. See? And it's live. You can see the numbers moving right now. So I'm currently in profit at the moment. And that was from some trades that I got from the experts. It's that simple, guys. And you don't need to really know. You just follow the alerts. That's it. See, at this point, you've probably already been using our system to make money. So you may have to wait until you're, let's say 65, to pull from your IRA or your 401k or maybe liquidate your real estate, but you've already been withdrawing from your brokerage account on a regular basis for everyday expenses with this system. So now that you're making money here, we're going to be empowering you with the lifestyle of an elite. Now, how do we do that? Simple, with Wallet Pro. I mean, have you ever wondered why celebrities get so much free stuff? Why? Like, why do they get the free stuff, right? If they got all this money. Well, look, see, they get rewarded for their success. So it's the same reason why the high net worth individuals have an American Express Black Card, right? They get discounts, concierge, other perks. It's simply one of the most well respected cards until now. Until now, guys, because now we have something called Wallet. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Wallet Pro. See, and Wallet Pro is your very own card that you swipe anywhere around the world and transact with any type of currency in the world, in any country, including cryptocurrency. I mean, how hard and expensive is it for you to transfer money anyway? If you've ever tried a Cash App, Wire, Western Union, you name it, right? Wallet Pro, they make it easy. They allow you to benefit from higher card limits, lower fees, and thanks to blockchain technology, you can get your money even sooner, right? So now that you've put your money to work for you, you freed up some time to take that business or vacation trip. That's what you've been wanting to do, to get that business trip that you wanted to take or that vacation that you want to take with your family and experience the world. Well, what if I told you that you'll be able to not only travel, but travel at a five-star price, at a five-star place, at a two-star price? That's right. I'll say that again. What if I told you that you could travel at a five-star place for a two-star price? Well, that's what Travel Pro is all about. Right now, Expedia takes basically, companies like Expedia, they basically take all of the flight carriers, right? The main flight carriers, hotel sites, and they compare them and they give it to you at the best price. Well, what Travel Pro is a step further. Travel Pro, they compare all of the comparison sites like Expedia, Priceline, etc., and they give it to you for the best price. For example, I recently visited Miami for a convention, and I was so impressed. That I posted a screenshot here, and I stayed at the Fontainebleau. If any of you are familiar, it's not cheap, the Fontainebleau. No, the Expedia price was about $202 per night. And Travel Pro was only $176. I mean, you might not jump up and down about a $26 per night savings, guys, but hear me out. I mean, I stayed for 5 nights, guys. So that's $130 in savings. I mean, looks like my airfare was pretty much covered based, on the way back home. So with so when you consider all that, right? I know that the information that you've seen is extremely powerful. I mean, extremely powerful. And entire economies are run on basically the information that I showed you, the markets that I introduced you to. So powerful, in fact, that people right now are willing to pay whatever it takes to get it. I mean, whatever it takes. I mean, if you search online right now, you're gonna find there's dozens and dozens of trading academies that they're going to teach you basically a live 3-day or maybe even intensive seminar how to trade. They're going to tell you how to invest in the markets. They're going to show you, you have to show up in person. You got to show up in person. You're going to have to miss a few days of work, at the office, right? And, And but they're gonna teach you. They're gonna teach you, and then eventually, once it's done, pretty much you're on your own. Now, how much would you have to pay for that? Well, if you look it up right now, this course is for $5,000, $10,000, even $20,000, guys. I knew a guy who spent $20,000 on a trading course. Ridiculous. Well, guess what? We're giving it to you for 14.99. Guys, that's 1/10 of the price. Why pay 10 times when you can get it for 1/10 of the price for a dime? We're talking about 14.99 here. We're giving you access to everything there for that price. Guys, this is a steal. This is like, this is a joke. I mean, it really, look, I'm going to show you again in summary why. And look, here's the breakdown. So of our packages. And before you try to roll your eyes over to like the cheapest, what's the cheapest thing that I can get? Let me tell you why that might not necessarily be a good thing. I mean, first of all, most of your life and your position, that you're in today, and the things that you have is a result of the choices you've made. Right. So when you look at this, right, I want you guys to see that, no matter which pack that you pick, right, it's all great. We're talking about 14.99 for elite pack. You get access to everything, and some things we didn't even mention, like being able to have your account managed by a registered investment advisor, someone who's going to do all the trades on your behalf. You get access to that, but you only get access to that on elite. Only on elite. Now, the higher up your pack, typically the bigger your discounts for travel, right? And the bigger the discounts for your fees on Wallet Pro. So look at what you would be paying on a month-to-month basis from select to premium to elite, when at the end of the day, if you just get elite and you pay the $1,500 one time, well, you're going to be paying the same thing that somebody on select is. But the difference is, someone on select or premium, they're not going to get all the stuff that you would get on elite, and you're still paying $174.99. So why not just start right there? Plus, there's other things that you get to unlock once you get elite that you will not get in any other thing. So why not just pay the $1,500 first? That way, right, you're paying that $179 on retainer like everybody else. Difference is, you're not everybody else. See, you're elite. You get things that the others won't, and they're paying the same thing as you. See, so I know, guys. I know that it's a lot of information, right? See, and I know that right now, like most of your life and the position that you're in today and the things that you have is a result of the choices that you made. And in fact, I would even dare to say that every decision that you ever made, that you've reflected back on and you enjoyed and you were proud of, it was based on a Boulder moments. It was based on a Boulder moment. And when you decide you're going to be either a leader, a pioneer, or visionary, I'm only here to give you the information. No one's going to make that decision for you. But that I know that right now, as basically you're thinking of doing your research, you're probably thinking of reasons why not to do it. You're probably thinking of reasons why you think you need to think of reasons. Look, let me tell you, I understand. I understand, guys. I felt the same way. I felt the same way you did. Like, in fact, I was excited. I was super excited about the information I saw, probably like you are right now. But I was also nervous. I was really nervous that it wasn't going to work out. And but you know what I found out? I found out that the only way I was going to have change in my life is if I change. The only way I was going to get change, and the only way I was going to get different results, is if I did something different. That, and it was, if I knew that if it was the right ticket for me, I knew if this was my ticket, my gateway, right, if this was it, then if I shut that door right now, I'm probably never going to get that opportunity again. So I got the funds and I went elite. I did it. I just went for it. Best decision that I've ever made. And if you feel in your heart right now that, there's even a slight chance that you can have success with this, then I say go for it. Go for it now. Don't look back, don't look left, don't look right, just go for it. And you'd be surprised with how proud of a decision that you made. Now, what I want you to do is go back to the person who invited you to this webinar and tell them one of three things. Don't ghost them, don't leave them waiting, don't let them hanging. They took the time to reach out to you, invite you to this webinar that not a lot of people get access to. Not a lot of people actually hear this. This is invite only. They took the time to invite you. You can at least do them a service by letting them know how you feel about what you saw. So I want you to tell them one of three things. Number one, yes, I like this. I love this. It fits my goals. It fits my portfolio. Get me started right away. Number two, yes, I like this. And I like to refer these services to somebody else. I like to refer these services to other people as well. Okay. If that's you, we're going to talk about that in the next slide. Or just not at this time. Not at this time. But you need it, you need to tell them, right? Don't keep them waiting. Okay. Now, I would lastly ask you guys, why is it that you're still on this call? I know I threw a lot of information at you tonight, but I need to address the elephant in the room. Why is it that you're still here? Is it because you believe that there's something powerful to what I just shared with you that could enhance some aspect of your life, maybe? Well, then what do you think is the chance that somebody else that you know, perhaps a friend, family, or an associate, could see the same value in this like you do? What are the chances? You see, well, if you've ever bought anything from any of these companies that you see here below, one of them have probably asked you where you bought those, where you bought those shoes, maybe where did you get that new iPhone, right? And you've sent them directly to go to the store to buy it. You see, but most of the time you refer a movie to a friend, right? The theater isn't going to pay you for basically giving them free business. You see, but these companies have. Many other companies, if you ever driven Uber, you might have gotten a free ride for referring a friend, right? For sending them your personal link. See, this, ladies and gentlemen, is definition of affiliate marketing. And every company uses a similar model. It's because, let's face it, when was the last time that you bought something off of a billboard? Like it's irrelevant nowadays to this modern way, this modern form of marketing. So, but if I told you that I can make you an influencer, that I give you the marketing tools, I'll give you my personal mentorship, that I'll give you a team to help you, and that you can run a business. And not only that, but you can run a business with almost no overhead. You don't have to have any employees. You can start part-time. You can save on tax deductions, and you can run a full-fledged business right from your home. Would you do it? Or would you keep it a secret? Because if you keep it a secret, great. No need to talk anymore. The information we're about to see is not for you, and that's fine. Make sure you reach out to that person. Let them know one of those three questions that I told you. Okay, but if you don't want to keep it a secret and you can't help it, and you want to tell other people, well, then there are many ways that you can actually get rewarded for referring the services, and they come in this form. Based upon the size and the volume of the sales that you generate, you get paid through various ways. With outside of the trading, the money that you're going to be making on trading as well, these are other ways, right, where you can get paid on sales, right? And I can be happy to discuss it with you. I have a video about that, specifically going over exactly how that works, right? So I can go over that with you on a private call as well. You just make sure to reach out to me, not a problem. See, but I just want to highlight one thing here specifically. Especially if you've been in a referral-based company, you're probably looking at this right now and you're eating this up because you're like, how is this even possible? Well, at this point, you're going to appreciate this even a little bit more. You see, with 4 elites, Kuvera is going to pay. See, besides all these compensation structures, some of which you can only access as an elite member. So I will tell you this, with only 4 sales, I get you access to an elite mastery system where with only 4 sales, you will make $3,800. With only 4 sales, $3,800. You heard me. I said $3,800, guys. Yes, we have a system built in to show you exactly how you can do that in 30 days. As long as you're diligent and as long as you put in the work, then we'll show you exactly how to make that $3,800 in 30 days. And in order to qualify for this, you do need to be yourself first elite. But I can show you exactly how to unlock all of these pools. So you have some decisions to make. I just want to share the information with you. Make sure to get back in touch with the person who got you started. Guys, again, my name is Vinny. You can look me up on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter at the number 8-figure vision. It's been a pleasure. Guys, now it's time to make a change. It's a new decade. It is a new time to make some new decisions, to do something that can change the trajectory of your life. So with that said, until soon, I'll see you at the top or from the top.